Steve and the rest of the internet. How are you doing? Well, first off, I'd like to congratulate Steve Dangle for making such good videos, although he's a Leafs fan, which for some reason bothers me to no end. But whatever. Okay, well, I can't talk about Balsillie, but I think I will, eventually. I'd like to start talking about the playoffs. I'll analyze each series individually. Well, first off, I'll start out with the series that is taking the nation by storm and converting everyone into a hockey fan. Okay, maybe not as much as Bettman and company would have liked to, but what can you expect when your product is on a channel named Versus that most people down south of the border can't even find on their dial? But we can, since it's on CBC, because if you have a TV set, you have that channel. First impression of the series is that it's living up to the hype, for sure. I mean, yeah, the game where both Crosby and Ovechkin got the hat tricks, and I mean, it's been a spectacular series. I mean, if you want to introduce someone to hockey, show them one of these games. Tonight was Game 4. Pittsburgh tied it 2-2. I thought Washington was they're just a mess in their own zone. And the big culprit there is Mike Green. I mean, this guy, he's a Norris Trophy candidate based solely on his scoring. I mean, like, in the regular season, I tried to watch as many Capitals games as I could, and Green was, he's there in his own zone. He's usually not a liability, and if he manages not to be a liability, he's a great asset to the team because of his great skating and shooting and all his offensive skills. But, I mean, he just looks lost out there. I mean, I think at least 2 goals were his fault against. And, I think, like, if I'm Boudreaux, I just put him at forward, Tyler Sloan looked better out there than Green. And, another thing, the Ovechkin hit on Gonchar tonight. I was on a popular hockey message board tonight on the game day thread, and as soon as it happened, everyone was like, "Oh my God, suspend Ovechkin!" And this is really something that's really bothering me these playoffs is the amount of suspensions, and it seems like people are just getting more and more sensitive. And I'm not saying hockey needs to go back to 70s level or just violence. But it is hockey. It is not, it is a violent sport, and you can't just, suspend every hit. It's like when, Mike Brown hit, was it Cronwall? I can't remember. Everyone's, oh, suspend him. It's like, Bettman wants to clean this game up so much to appeal to soccer moms or something, It's not your target audience. Moving on to Carolina and Boston, this has been a shocker series. I mean, I think if Carolina pulls off the upset here, I mean, I think more people pick Anaheim over Detroit than Carolina over Boston. And tonight was just spectacular to watch. I mean, those fans in Raleigh are just great. I love them. I mean, people here in Canada, especially when now this whole Balsillie thing, they're like, oh, hockey down south doesn't work. Let's move every team to Canada. Regina needs a team. Whitehorse needs a team. I'm like, that's not true at all. I mean, I've heard great things from minor hockey in Raleigh, and given a certain amount of success, every one of those teams in the Sun Belt can succeed. And Carolina is a perfect example. Okay, to the game itself, Eric Stahl, in case you were watching on TSN, he's a monster! As Pierre Maguire will say, again, and again. Oh, and by the way, did you know that during the lockout, Eric Stahl just dominated the AHL? Oh, you did? Pierre Maguire told you that too? Oh, damn that guy. Also, a trend I've been noticing with Carolina is the way they can recycle players. Like, you got Jussi Jokinen, who was dumped by Tampa Bay this year. I mean, he was waived by the Tampa Bay Lightning, one of the worst teams in the league. Carolina gets him, and he has 6 goals in the playoffs. Sergei Samsonov last year played like 30 games. He didn't get a goal. Waived by Chicago. Carolina picks him up, and he was great down the stretch last season. He's been good this season. I mean, I don't know. Like, I, they're doing good things down there. And Boston just looks flat. I mean, this is not the team that was there at the start of the season. They're just killing everyone. I mean, Chara is being owned by Eric Stahl. I never thought I'd say that. I mean, I thought Chara was pretty much the best defenseman in the league, and he probably still is. I mean, every player has his down games, but Timmy Thomas can only hold the fort for so long. They were just outshot like 75-40 these past two games. You can't win like that, especially not against such a speedy team like Carolina. They'll make you pay. Moving out west, we got Detroit and Anaheim, and this has been a very intriguing series. I thought it would be close after watching the first round between Anaheim and San Jose. I thought for sure Anaheim is way better than your typical 8 seed. I don't know what they were doing in the regular season, but I think the acquisitions they got at the deadline helped a lot, like James Wisniewski, who's unfortunately injured now, and it's escaping, but they whatever. But I bet you Bob Murray, the general manager, is really happy to decide not to trade Pronger at the deadline, like all the rumor mongers are saying. And I thought last game, Detroit, like game 3, was like, what on earth is this? Like, what happened to Detroit? You know, the team that won the Stanley Cup last year, the team that is just a machine, the Red Machine. But I think that getting Zetterberg and Datsuk back together on the same line, and then having the second line with Hossa and Franzen, which on pretty much any other team that would be the first line, was a very good move by Mike Babcock. And I hate the Wings, being that I'm an Avalanche fan, but I think they'll probably still take the series. I'm saying Wings in 7. And I hope Hiller, after being pulled last night, I hope he can come back strong on Sunday. And to our last series is Vancouver and Chicago, which, oh man, last night was just I hate the Canucks. I just hate the Canucks. And one of the reasons I hate the Canucks is games like last night. I know Canuck fans will tell you, no, we're not a defensive team and blah blah blah. You know, we got Sedins, but I mean, last night it was just like, put 4 guys in front of Luongo, have one guy up high and try to get the puck, skate out to red line, dump it in, rinse, lather, repeat. And unfortunately, Joel Quenneville, the coach of the Blackhawks, who coached my team for 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons. And we, Avalanche fans, were happy to see him go. We were not happy to see Granato come, because he doesn't change. Like, he can't make adjustments during the game. He thinks that, if he just mixes the line, that's good enough. Like Craig Simpson, the analyst on CBC, was pointing out last night, they were just continuing doing the stretch pass over and over again. And, Vancouver knew that's exactly what they were going to do, and they read it perfectly. So, I mean, luckily Havlat scored there late in the game, and they managed to score in overtime. And I don't know, I think Chicago still has enough speed and enough talent to pull it out. I'm taking them in 7-2.